Ramuji, then Satish, and then Vaidya.
Talking of Dalda, I just want to make a comment. Dalda was promoted by Hindustan Liver Lipton, and they actually, it was a toolkit product. To sell their product, they put down the coconut oil and prepared all the things against coconut oil with a pharmaceutical and advised all doctors, had paid all doctors and made to say coconut oil is bad and all. But in fact, coconut oil is the best thing. In fact, when you extract the coconut oil in the pure way, that's the best to be consumed. And it has the highest, boiling point, and it never affects. In fact, 30 years back, my colleague in Bombay, in my office, he had some problem, health problem. So the doctor, he asked him to consume pure coconut oil 3 times a day or something for a month and all. So that chap used to have the parachute oil in the office, and after lunch, he used to consume that. And in our house also, we used to prepare the pure virgin coconut oil. Virgin coconut oil, the best medicine, they say. It is prepared from coconut milk, virgin extract. And in our houses, we make it by boiling the coconut milk, tenga pal. That's the best for all stomach problems, mouth ulcers, and all. We used to make, even now I can make it. It's called Vendavali Chennai, it is called.
Very good, very good. Thank you, Ramuji, for those insights, which I hope everybody has noted. Thank you, thank you. Very profound.
Just remembering the Dalda, probably in 70s or mid 70s, this Dalda was mixed with beef tallow. So that was a major issue. So all the Hindus, they raised their voice that we are made to consume beef and other things. So I remember this also. No, before 80s.
I see, I see. Thank you, Satish.
That's after that only they discontinued Dalda and make that refined oil and all. It came now. Now Dalda is not seen.
Yeah.
It is also vegetable oil.
Thank you. Hemaji.
Vaidyaji.
Okay, Vaidya, right. Okay.
Hi, Jaykumarji. Yeah, continuing on this conversation, that is, it used to be also known as vegetable ghee in those days. Because what it is really, vegetable oil, all kinds of probably different mixtures of different oils. It was hydrogenated. So, what later, became known as trans fats. It's basically a trans fat. And then I would say about 20, 25 years ago, trans fats became bad in the US, and of course in other parts of the world as well. But that's what it was. So catalytic, so as a chemical engineer, basically using a catalyst and hydrogen, the oil is hydrogenated to produce these trans fats. Yeah. Yes, and in just what Ramuji said, for a nosebleed, for example, if you have a nosebleed, coconut oil is the best remedy. Apply it inside your nostrils, the nosebleed will stop.
Correct, you're right. Coconut oil does wonders. Thank you, Vaidyaji. So, Hemaji, then Hari and Rukmini.
Yes, that Dalda, I think it used to be called Vanaspati also. Vanaspati. Dalda Vanaspati. And Mysore Pakakku vandu aduthaan podanum appadhaan that parapara, that structure, It is not that Mysore Pa of nowadays. That olden days, that Mysore golden color with slightly grainy and that structure varumba. Adanaala ney kuda podakudadu, adhaan podanum. I mean, I'm talking about even I'm much older than many of these people. I'm talking about early 70s, like that there. So that is what it used to be. And my question is, avishishtatvat or word irukku.
Yes.
You said this is, that thing is part of it. Does it mean it is not different? That is what it means. Avisishtatvat.
Right.
Yeah.
It means it's as good as the other karmas being a part of Agnihotra karma.
See, but since that is the proposition, so not being different, that and that meaning, I mean, it came in my mind, so I just wanted to confirm.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Hari, Rukmini, Mahesh.
Hari Om Guruji. I
Hari Om.
have a very strange question today. You were talking about the Agnihotra karma being done the wrong way and improper way. I consider my attending your lecture as Agnihotra karma. Good morning. I was not feeling well since 2 days. And today I didn't open my video also. I was lying in my bed and listening to you. But the moment you told about the improper and wrong way, I was feeling I'm still feeling very, very tired. Then I got up and then I sat. Is it wrong that when under such condition that I listen to your pravajanam from the bed?
Yeah. So the question is it wrong to
Or
listen
improper?
to a talk by Swamiji or a formal Vedanta talk or other such formal talks by sitting in the bed or sleeping in the bed, whatever? Answer is pretty
Lying
simple.
down.
Lying down. Okay, let's be explicit. Lying down. Now, if a person who is quite healthy, who's healthy at the moment, and that person has the capacity to sit like all of us are sitting, everybody else is sitting, and then for that person it is wrong. For that person, I would say it is not appropriate. Wrong, I don't want to say. Not appropriate to sit in a class like this, where we are starting with a prayer, okay, and ending with a prayer. And so that person has this is a prayer. What we are doing is a yaga.
Sure.
It's a jnana yaga. It is okay. Jnana karma. It is, and so yoga, jnana yoga, and so. Therefore, sitting and yawning and lying down and drinking tea and all these things and listening to the class is obviously not allowed, because this is a prayerful activity. Mimamsa, you know the definition of Mimamsa? Mimamsa is called Pujita Vicharaha. Prayerful inquiry. It is not even simply inquiry, study. It is Pujita Vicharaha. Therefore, I have to have the same attitude while listening to a talk like this that I will have when people are showing Harati at home. Immediately we become alert and we our head bends and we are like this. That is the attitude I must have to these classes. Now, that's the general answer for that person who is proper, who is healthy, doesn't have any all these cold and fever and all these things. But what about a person who has cold and fever? Okay, exception is always there. Exceptions are always allowed. Yeah, I'm committed to listening, but I am unable to sit. I'm unable to sit and I'm coughing, but I can hear. I'm alert enough to listen to a talk. Okay, this technology makes all this happen. This technology makes it happen, because you can't say, I'll attend your class in the ashram. We can't tell Swamiji, I'll attend your class. I have fever and can I lie down in your classroom? You can't say that, because in a classroom, we don't lie down. Classroom chairs are there. We are supposed to sit down. But this technology being the way it is, nobody knows. Nobody knows that you're lying down, you're well or unwell rather, but you're still listening. So I feel it is okay. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with that particular thing because you're benefiting from the talk and you're acting according to your body's capacities at this moment. It's all right. So it's all right. All of that time you've been listening the proper way. So this is an exception. So we should not apply the exception to the rule. We should not apply the exception during normal circumstances. So I feel it is okay because it doesn't affect anybody else. See that also, right? It does not affect anybody else. You're listening to the talk while lying down does not affect anybody else because nobody knows that you are lying down. Nobody knows you're not well, etc. So that part also we have to be sensitive to. And because of that, your particular way of doing it during this time, is not inappropriate. That is my view. Thank you, Hariji. Yeah, Rukmini, then Mahesh.
Jai
You get
Kumar
to
ji,
don't-
there is a word in the end, avidina. So not following the rules of the Agnihotra karmas and other karmas. Now, we are not able to follow the Agnihotra and other karmas as the Shastra mentioned everything perfectly. See, we are supposed to do Rudra Abhishekam in cow's milk. We get now Avin packet milk, which is pasteurized, synthesized, right? And we don't get the sticks for Homa as mentioned in the Shastra. So in the Alamara Kuchi, so many Kuchis are there, you know. So we just to put whatever we get in the market we buy. I don't know how much we can trust. So in ghee also mixed. Earlier it used to be homemade ghee abhishekam, and for all prasadams we use. Now we buy, it's all mixed. Market is full of adulterated everything. Now, will all these things will not fall under the category of avidina?
Correct. Good question. So, the answer is yes. Answer is avidhina only. But there are certain things which, if something is not available, if the right ghee is not available, or if the right ashwatha, the branch, the samit is not available, then what do? Should I stop doing the karma? If you ask, then answer is no, don't stop doing the karma. Do it. Do it with other branches that are available. Okay, that will be the answer because it's not available. There's nothing you can do about it. And so then what you compensate for that by what? How do you compensate for that? Okay, a lot of things. Mantra lope, tantra lope, kriya lope, shraddha lope, kala lope, niyama lope. Like this, there is a big list of all these lopa. Lopa means deficiency. So many deficiencies are there. Vidhi includes all that. Procedure deficiency, chanting deficiency, and not chanting at the right time, and then ucharanam is not correct. Like this, there are so many deficiencies. And then shraddha also they include. Shraddha lope. So therefore, my heart can be pure. I can have shraddha and I can offer it all to Bhagavan and say, you know what, this is all I can do right now. I've tried my best. I'm not given excuses. Okay. That's it. So that's a huge step up. Huge step up. And so I think if it's been interesting to have this conversation with somebody, a jnani who talks about these things. We can ask him, who knows the karma also, and we can ask him, all these things are there, but the procedure is there. Then there is shraddha. Then there's kala lope, niyama lope, shraddha lopa. All these, you put all these things in a list. Like our children, they study in school or college, and then they have all these subjects listed, and then they say for each subject, they say attendance is so many percent, exams so many percent, then tutorial so many percent, and then lab work so many percent, correct? And then finals so many percent. Like this, they break it up. So what percentage is it for procedure and Shraddha and like that? You'll be surprised. You'll be very surprised. Just 2 days ago, when I did my mother's karma, Masikam it's called. Masikam is a monthly karma done for the past. As soon as they pass, for the next 12 months, monthly karma has to be done. After that, the karma becomes annual karma. All right. So this monthly karma is to be done. And there are 2 days it has to be done. One is called Shodha Kumbham, another is called Masikam. One after the other it comes. And I asked some questions to this, our Ritvik. And he explains the mantras when I ask him. And then the other day I asked him a question. What do people do when they do this? Do they do the way that I'm doing it, or am I doing it correctly? Then he immediately said, nobody is doing this karma. Nobody is doing this karma. You are the only one in Coimbatore, at least that he knows of. Means that monthly karma is not done. Once in 6 months they might do, then the annual karma they might do. Because of various reasons, people don't do. And then one more thing I was asking him. These people have exams. Okay, the Veda Patashala, once they study, every year they have to take exams. And then before they go, they have some big exams that they can take in Tirupati, they can take in Sringeri, they can take in Kanchipuram, they can take in Rajamandri in Andhra Pradesh. They can go to Kashi and take an exam. They also have a solid system, just like we know of systems in the secular education and so forth. And so he said some very interesting things. Some exams are more difficult than other exams. Tirupati has become easy. Easy means what? Because there is all this influence and all. Influence peddling happens in Tirupati. So these days people have stopped going to Tirupati. Like that, he said. Very sad to hear that. Rajamandri, pure, pakka. And then you tell them, and then you go there and they will test you. They will test you in a particular format. They will test you. They will pick a mantra. They will just tell you the first 2-3 words of the mantra. Then you have to complete. Gada, 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 gada. You have to keep on going. All those procedures he was telling me. And then Kashi is even more difficult. Kashi, 10 people are sitting, judges, Vaidikas, okay, Ganapatis are sitting, and you are the only person being judged. And you have to chant the entire Yajurveda. It will last 12 days. 12 days, you are basically sitting and chanting. You're allowed some 5 mistakes. You're allowed, you can't be thinking and all that. All these procedures he was telling me. Okay. And then this is the clincher. He said, memory means you have to know everything by heart. Memory is 50% only. Then remaining 30% is ucharanam. The alpakshar, this one alpa prana, maha prana, all that I mean ucharanam. Ta has to be ta, tha has to be tha. All this they watch for. That is 30%. That is almost as much as memory. Then 20% is for swara. Because this is purely chanting. It's not doing any other karma, So that means what? That means there is so much involved even in this particular exam. Okay. So our karma also, so much is there that we infer from the final mantra they say. Mantrahinam, kriyahinam, bhaktihinam, maheshwara. So it's complicated, Amma. And all I can say, Rukmaniji, is heart must be pure. Heart is pure. Intention must be pure. Because everything else you and I can't decide. You and I can't decide what will happen if I don't use the right stick. What will happen if I don't use the right ghee? Did you make an effort to get the right ghee? Yes, no. Yes means make an effort. Ask, find out what all I should do. No, you get this ghee in that store. You have to go 5 kilometers. So now you know. Now I know how I can make it better. I tried, but I could not go. All right, that's fine. So all these factors have to be brought in, and so it'll be a complex formula, I think.
We have doubts, so many things. As you say, Shraddha is there. We involve ourselves as much as we can. Then at the end, we have that Shama slokas, mantrahinam, all we chant. That's it, all we can do. Thank you.
Thank you.
In
Yeah,
Bombay,
Mahesh. Yeah, Mahesh.
Namaste, Jaykumarji. You talk about this Mantra Loba, Tantra Loba, no? So that is there in the PDF file at the bottom of page 32.
Oh, it is there, is it?
Yeah, there is a note, and it's talking Vibattaya Hattu Anekaha. A note for that is Mantra Loba, Tantra Loba, Kriya Loba Adishu, Havishaha Apakecha. Apakecha.
Okay, apakecha. So
Ah,
all the annam and all that is to be offered,
not properly cooked.
not properly cooked. Proper rice not used and all that.
Yeah, so anyway, but anyway, my question was, when we say Atithi, what is the proper definition? Because I heard multiple things.
Titihi na, let me answer the question. Titihi na vidyate yasya iti atitihi. So, atitihi, the one who does not come home with an appointment, or put it differently, the one who comes home without
unannounced.
an appointment. Suddenly somebody appears in your house. That person is called an atithi. Yeah.
Because the reason I'm saying is that there was a program in Shankara TV a few years ago, and then there was one Ganapatigal from Tiruvallikadi. He was talking about various things, and it's kind of I think it was a question answer, if I remember right. But anyway, at that time he said, similar to what you said, Atithi. So he said, when you do Anadhanam to people and all, you should give to people who show up uninvited, not to you invite somebody and give them. So that is the reason I asked this question. Maybe that is a more stricter form, I don't know. He was talking about general, because apparently he said in his grandfather's time or great grandfather's time in the village and all, people who go from place A to place B, stop by your village or your street or somewhere in the right time, then you offer them food. That exactly was, that's what you say. Not like you invite people.
So what I do, for example, I'll tell you how I practice this. So we live in a community where, it's all flats. People are there everywhere. And you know what will happen? Occasionally, somebody who's taking a walk, typically senior citizen, and will come and enter the door and say, is Jaykumar there? Or this is happening tell him this particular puja is happening in the temple. Or they will come and ask some question. They will just come. So look at this. This person has come home without being invited, correct? Number one, that person is an atithi. What I do is this: when they come home, they won't have time. They're not going to sit down and have a big 1 hour conversation. No, they're going to leave shortly. They're going to just as fast as they can, they're going to leave. I bring them inside. I give them this fruit. One fruit I give them, and just tell them, if she's a lady, I'll tell them, please go and take some kumkum from this puja room. That's it. This minimum I do. And no, and all they will say, no, this is it. This is our tradition, I say, and then leave it at that. So that's it. So we don't have the opportunity to most of the time people come on invitation only these days.
Yeah,
Nobody
correct.
comes home. Nobody comes home without being invited. So now here is a person who's come without being invited. And there is no reason for them to come, really speaking. They felt like telling me something. That's it. That person is an atiti for me. And I may not be able to, even if I offer big things, they won't take, but at least a fruit. In our tradition, a fruit can always be given. Something can always be given, they will not say no. They can't say no also. And so there are ways, think about it, there are ways in which you can practice this. And if somebody doesn't come home, I can go out and seek out people who need help. Annadhanam we do all the time. And so that
Yeah,
Annadhanam can be done. That is also atiti. In the sense, it is unplanned. That
yeah,
person doesn't know that you are giving it. That is unplanned. So there are ways to
Thank
do.
Thank you for clarifying that, Jayakumar.
Thank you. Thank you, Maheshji.
Jayakumarji,
Hmm.
as you said, I also do the same thing for many years. Anyone who comes home, I just give a fruit or whatever it is there, because always a fruit I will have. No one leaves without taking anything from my home. That's
Very
what I
good.
do.
Thank you,
And
Ramuji.
another point regarding the ghee, pureness of the ghee. In Bombay, we used to get the Coimbatore butter. We used to get that Matanga or Mulund. We used to get that and make it ghee ourselves. That used to be pure, and that used to be used for our pujas and Bhagavad Seva, or even for Shraddham or any other function. We used to use that only to get the butter, pure butter, and make ghee. That used to be practiced.
Very good. Very good. Thanks for
And
those.
another point I wanted to make is one Mr. Jonas of Brazil. He has been awarded a Padma Shri by Modi ji, and the function happened 2 days back or something. And the video was all there, I didn't forward it. And he was a disciple of Swamiji, Puja Swamiji. You may know him. And Modi ji has mentioned about him 2-3 years back in his Mann Ki Baat.
Correct. So thank you, Ramuji, for sharing that information, real life practices that you do and your villages and all how they do these things. Number one. And number two, so really, we need to know here all this because we know that this is not, it's still in vogue. It may not, majority may not practice it, but it's still in vogue. And so that is number one. Number two, yes, Jonas from Brazil got a Padma Shri just a day or two ago, I think, 2 days ago. And this Jonas, you should look up. He's an absolutely amazing guy. He's a young man, okay? And he studied Vedanta under Swamiji. And back to Brazil. I hope you know that there is this Gloria who got Gloria.
Who composes Sanskrit poems and puts in YouTube.
Gloria, her name I forget now, but she's also in Brazil, and she got a Padma Shri few years ago. She got a Padma Shri, and so now Jonas. This Jonas, what he's doing, he's a Pakka Vedanti and Vaidika, and he's bringing a lot of karma into Brazil. Means all the puja, prarthanadi, and all the homas are all. He's just encouraging everybody to do. He's going to all these villages in Brazil, native Brazilians, who are dressed like the American Indians and all. I saw those things. And he's going there and he's establishing partnerships. He's bringing this Vaidika karma and they are also wholeheartedly accepting it. And essentially, he is a Gloria Arera, correct. He is converting communities to Hinduism. This is what I've heard. Okay. This is a news item. Okay. This is a huge thing. Huge thing means very big. And so it is not simply teaching Vedanta, but he's converting communities, bringing them back to the native religion. And what can be more native than Sanatana Dharma, And so there is so much he has done. I saw a movie about him. I saw a documentary about him published by one of the media. And so I don't know him personally. I've never met him, and he has not met me. And so I don't know all that. He's pretty young. He must, I don't know when he graduated or not. But good. Thank you for bringing that up, Ramanji.
Another person, disciple of some the Paramarthananda, he is starting in ashram with the blessing of Paramarthananda and also Sringeri Swamigal in some Greece or something to teach Vedanta.
Very good. Very good. Let us know who that person is.
Yeah, I'll just send the details.
Thank you, Ramanji.
Swamiji,
Hemaji.
and also if you look at the face of this Brazilian Acharya, he is so peaceful. He radiates peace 360 degrees. If you don't mind, I will forward you that video on your personal.
Yeah, we can forward it to the Vedanta group and mention to the group that as discussed in class today. Like that you can say and forward it to the Vedanta group.
Such a peaceful face, you know. He just radiates peace.
Yeah. Really, he's very blessed, and we are all proud of Vishwanath. I think his name is Vishwanath. Yeah, Vishwanath is a new name he's got. Thank you. Hemavati, go ahead.
In California, can you hear me, Guruji? In California, there is a priest. When he comes home for doing this puja, homa and all, he brings some samagriya. He says, there will not be any smoke coming out of it. Actually, our very purpose of this havan is not that it is supposed to take the ahuti up because of this fear of smoke alarm and all. So I've seen him doing that. When I'm a bit uncomfortable about it, but I can't do anything. He says, "Idle smoke varadu." Abdine, nama smoke vandu adu eduthu poradhu thana nama concept. So, in fact, Paramacharya சொல்லிருக்கான்னு சொல்லுவா. எதுவுமே இந்தியாவை விட்டு வெளியில போய் நீ எந்த கர்மம் பண்ணாலும் சிராத்தமா இருந்தாலும் எதுவும் இருந்தாலும் அதுக்கு பலன் கிடையாது. அந்த கர்மம் நம்ம இந்தியாவில தான் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்ட்டு. There are people who religiously go back to India, our parents ஓட சிராதத்துக்கு twice a year. அதனாலும் போய் பண்றவாடு இருந்தா. My father used to come like that because he lived here for more than 20 years. So he used to come. ஏன்னா ஒன்று ஜனவரி மாசம் மாசி மாசம் வரும், இன்னொன்று ஆடி மாசம் வரும். But he used to come. அப்புறம் he became very old, then he stopped coming. அப்புறம் அண்ணா சொல்லிட்டேன், நான் இங்க பண்ண மாட்டேன், நான் பண்ணின வரைக்கும் போறோம், நான் இங்க பண்ண மாட்டேன்.
It's a good point. It's a good point. And so we are changing according to circumstances. Okay, our shraddha is not reducing. Our shraddha is very high. That is why a person in America or any other country is still doing. That is why in Brazil they are doing. In Singapore they are doing. Indonesia, Malaysia, they are doing. And so we should encourage that. We should encourage that. I encourage it at least for sure. I will encourage that. And do whatever it takes. If you have a Purohit who is talking about smokeless yaga, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Shraddha, full Shraddha. May this yaga be complete. Patrahinam kriyahinam bhaktihinam maheshwara yat pujitam maya keva paripurnam tadastute. Because of the I have adapted to the particular conditions right now. And with all the smoke alarm ringing all the time, if it doesn't ring in my place, it will ring in the neighbor's house. Which is worse, ringing it in your house or ringing it in the neighbor's house? We don't know which is worse. And we want people to do these things. And so that at least whenever an opportunity comes, they'll come to India and do it. First, number one. Number two, the children know that these kinds of things are happening. Correct? Children know these things are all happening, and they should know what a yaga is, they should know what a homa is, and they need to get educated. They need to get educated because they will not see the value for these things. And so, unless we do these things more and more, And suddenly they will, at some point, they will see a value for it. And so let's continue. I pray that we continue doing all these things with whatever samagris we have, with whatever ritviks we have, and just go full steam. Means don't cut out anything. Don't worry about all the what is there in the book and all these things. In the sense, it's all true. But once a Shraddha is there, it compensates a lot. So keep that in mind.
The other
Yeah.
person's name I was talking about is Sachidananda Acharya. He has named himself. Sorry, Sringeri Acharya gave that name, I think, to him. I will forward that details with the photos and all.
Okay. Thank you. And Shanti.
Hariom Guruji. This Apaurna Masam, is there any prayers that they do, Guruji, for Paurnami?
See, is that the prayers means what? So this particular, you're talking about Paurnamasa karma, correct?
Paurnamasa karma means on Paurnami day, like Amavasya. What will they do, Guruji?
So I myself have not seen the Paurnamasa karma. Okay, I talked briefly. I heard about our Ritvik talking about Darshan Purna, but I really don't know what prarthanas they do and all that. Agnaye Swaha will come in one place, another place Indraya Swaha will come. All these things, Prajapataye will come one place, another place it won't come. All these things are there, but I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. That is the truth. See, that is the truth. See, there are so many mantras. When it comes to karma, many of us we do some karma, but this kind of Vedic yagas and all we are talking. And you know what? Once there was a conversation. Something came up, and the Purohit said something to a sannyasi. And he should not have said that. And the sannyasi told, our Swamiji's student only, one sannyasi told him that Purohit is a Ritvik, is a Veda, he's running a Veda Patashala. Okay, very important, very big man in our, very respected man in our community here. Swamiji asked him, are you doing Agnihotra Karma? He's not doing Agnihotra Karma. And then from that day onwards, he started doing Agnihotra, next day onwards. Because you can't talk a lot. When I myself am imperfect, how can I give advice to others? Very careful we have to be, very, very careful. So we have to be careful and encourage people and acknowledge that there are a lot of things that the Vedic society means a lot. And that's why we are enjoying the benefits of all the karmas they have done. My question should be, how can I give back to society? What can I do? Panchamahayajna is there. We don't talk much about karma. We talk about Panchamahayajna. Pitru karma, do it for your own family's karma. Do it for your own ancestors. Do it first. Pitru karma. Then of course you have Bhuta Yajna is there. Then Atiti is there. Pitru, then Atiti. Atiti, of course, important. Then Bhuta Yajna is there. Environment. Look after the environment. Be careful. Pay attention to all the plastic you're using and all that and throwing out. As far as possible, just cut out plastic and do other things to help plant trees and so forth. Like this is enough. This life itself is enough. Then Deva Yajna is there, Brahma Yajna. Brahma Yajna, Veda. Veda cannot be supported until I study the Veda. Veda will protect itself. This is all fashionable statement. Veda will protect itself. Hinduism will protect itself. What protect itself? It is that you see the news. It's not protecting itself. I am the one who practices Sanatana Dharma. I become a Dharmi. Only then Dharma is protected. Dharma can be protected only by a Dharmi, not otherwise. So all this we follow. And things will get better for sure. Absolutely sure about that.
Yeah, Guruji, here also there are only 3 Prohits here. But the Hindu, the Brahmin families, I think should be more than 15,000, or I'm not so sure, but quite lot number. If we don't fix
here means what? Here means what?
In Singapore, sorry. In Singapore. So if we don't fix the Vadyar for Devasam, we won't get their appointment at all. Normally, we have to wait for the new Panchangam to come to see for the dates, isn't it, Guruji?
Yes.
And April 14th, the Panchangam is out. Then April 21st, my first job will be to fix one of the Vadyar to. They need to block that date for us. So that's the thing we need to fix. If not, we can never do that. Then the summit you buy here is one of the most, you shake like this, the thing, it is already rotten. It will fall down. But no choice. Here, Vadyars are too smart, Guruji. They don't use much of any of these things. Only Varati they use. Now, the last time when I purchased the Varati, it costed $3.50 for one Varati. That's how they are selling. But that was good. The quality was good. That doesn't matter. But it is so. Paramacharya has told we cannot do once Kadal Kadandachina, then these things doesn't. That's what Swami Mahapariva Sollirka. But still, it is not possible for, I don't know, not possible. We still have not developed the mind to go back to India and do, probably I can put it like that. We do it here only, Guruji. But then you gave the answer also, the Shraddha counts more, that's all. The
Correct.
Shraddha counts. Every Amavasya, I don't know from where crow will come. When I put, after he does the Tarpanam, I will offer food for the crow. Every Amavasya alone, the crow comes and picks up the rice and goes away, Guruji. I've even recorded that. I've recorded that video. Then nowadays I don't do, because it has become a customary for the crow to come and take and go.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Shanti. Thank you. We'll pause with that. Good to hear these stories. Yeah. Who is that?
Namaste. Guruji, I'm Momita.
Momita.
Namaste, Guruji. Guruji, one Dr. Gauri Rokkam, she is a gold medalist from University of Karnataka on dietetics and nutrition. She, in her research paper, along with the head of SVYASA, had published extensive study on the benefits of coconut oil, and it was accepted by World Health Organization. And thereafter, they had said that all the doctors in the United States and abroad in other countries as well, they should accept coconut oil as the healthy medium. It should not be considered that if consumed, it will increase triglycerides and all those things which were going around. It should be consumed and it is healthy, and rather the whole food form, that is coconut as it is, should be consumed along with sabji, which in South India or in other parts which Indians consume. Not the foreigners don't do that. So it should be consumed like that. Then it is much better. So she published extensive report on that, and it was awarded also.
Very good. Very good. So if anybody has a simple to read article on the history of coconut oil and benefits and how the West was involved, etc., I'll be very interested to read an article like that.
I will request Dr. Gauri Rokkam and send the article to you, sir, if it is possible.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Mamataji.
It used to be a practice in Kerala that when we used to go before bath, we used to apply coconut oil all over the body and go to the tank and or river and take baths. Even
Very
still,
good.
Kerala people do it at home.
Very good.
Apply coconut oil.
They apply oil and put the baby in the sun, Guruji. In our house and all, they used to do. We had that, we were from Kerala, so they used to fully apply oil on the body and put the baby under the not so hot sun, but still they used to make the baby lie down there.
And the way the baby will sleep after that for hours, you know. Thank you. Thank you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trilokyanathaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.